So what do we have going on right now? A lot of work on your part, and then an outcome that is at the exact opposite of the spectrum. Does that ring a bell? Does it sound familiar? All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about how to manifest your specific person and what is going on when you have the exact opposite of what it is that you want. I am Caroline. I'm a coach here at Create Your Future, available for one-on-one coaching. You can check out our website to see my opening for coaching sessions. Also on the box below, we have the free course that we're giving away on how to uncover your blocks and manifest anything fast. Everything is underneath. Also, thank you for subscribing and all your beautiful comments. I also am thanking all of you that are sending the emails. I am trying to address the comments and the suggestions as we go. All right, so today I want to talk about the work that you guys do in order to manifest what it is that you want. The scripting and the affirmations, the intentions, the visualization, and then boom, you are triggered because 3D reality is showing you just the opposite, like your worst nightmare pretty much. Okay, so what is going on? Well, what's going on is that you're not on top of your thoughts. What's going on is that you are allowing throughout the day to run loose all kind of emotions that go exactly at the opposite of the outcome that you want. All right, so I'm going to talk about an example that I came across not long ago. Wonderful person, wonderful client who's been trying to manifest SP for months. All right, so we've been doing some work, but there were a lot of steps, okay? We sometimes some people can go from point A to point B straight very fast, no problem. But some other people have so many different kind of beliefs and a lot of beliefs that they're not even aware that they have, but we are uncovering them as we go because life always reflects to you what it is that you're thinking about and feeling about, where you stand in your, in your movie. You may say, okay, I want to be with my specific person. I want to live with them. And that's my wish. That's what I want. I want nothing else. I swear, dear God, that's what I want. Okay. So you do your affirmations, you do your scripting, but then all day long, you're not putting yourself in your mind, in your imagination, in that scenario. That scenario only exists when you do your affirmations or you do your scripting, or maybe if you go through a little meditation in the morning, whatever it is that you're doing. But the majority of the time, you are playing out in your mind the huge scenario of rejection. I mean, just be honest. Please be honest. What are you thinking about all day long when you think of your specific person? How does that look like? So, okay, example with the person I was mentioning earlier. They were working and things were getting better. Finally, we had communication. So we had established that the person now remembered them. Communication was going through, and it was going so well that now they were plans for a date. Beautiful. And a few moments, a couple days before the dates, everything went wrong. The person, my client, had to suddenly go out of town for an assignment for work. That was completely not planned. It was like an emergency situation. that coincided when the SP was going to be in town and for them to get together. Oh yeah, because I forgot to mention that they were not living at the time in the same city. Now they are. Things are getting better. Yeah, there's a good ending to the story. But I'm telling you how it went down. So, you know, so the client was so upset. It's like, oh my God, you know, I was so close. I've been working on this for so many months, and now I am assigned overseas for a few weeks, and the whole thing is gonna go down the drain, and then God knows when we're gonna have another opportunity. So she was really getting really tough on herself, criticizing herself, you know, and so yeah, of course, you know, that there's nothing that in this situation really for me to, I mean, you know, I'm a victim. Nothing is ever working out. Basically, that was the story, right? And then she decided to reach out. She decided to reach out to the person, and she had to reach out first to say, okay, we need to reschedule, and because I'm not going to be in town. And then there was a talk of them being around, probably like around, it was the 4th of July, so coming back, you know, around this time. And because there was so much anxiety in her energy field within, you know, that were linked towards this specific person, and actually, you know, amplified by the fact that she manifested to be away when they were supposed to come, she started to really be overwhelmed by these feelings of anxiety. And she started to, in a panic mode, starting to send messages that didn't make, you know, much sense, in the sense that they were not supporting the desired outcome, like a nice moment when they could actually get together and have this good, you know, start of a relationship. So instead, she started writing too much, and they were not coming from an inspired action, right? They were coming from a state of complete panic, feeling defeated, and questioning herself, and if that would ever work for him. So sure enough, the specific person said, well, you know what, as a matter of fact, I don't even know when I'll be back, and I don't even know if I do come back, if I'm going to have time to see you. So, of course, the client was completely crushed, right? What is going on here? So from there, she started to send messages, not from a confidence standpoint, but from a standpoint of being crushed and rejected. And in the messages, offering the person, you know, an out. Like, well, please, you know, let me know if you still want to see me, or if you don't, if we should just end this. We should end this right here and now. Okay. You see how now we have a chain of events that goes from one little trigger and it snowballs into something worse and worse and worse. So imagine being the specific person, now you're the specific person, and you receive such messages. That's not very attractive. That's not very sexy. That's not very appealing. It doesn't really make you want to actually meet the person and date the person, right? It's just, I mean, you can see in the type of messages, if you are repelling yourself, or if you are acting as a person that's worth dating, that's so beautiful, amazing, and charismatic, that yes, of course, SP would love to spend time with you. So what I'm trying to illustrate here, really, it's the moment you get triggered by one little thing that you still see in the 3D, is to really get a hold of yourself and not allow those feelings to run loose. Yes, first you're triggered, you feel a certain way. You're shocked, you're sad, you're angry, whatever it is, you're frustrated. Let it through. Allow those feelings to go through. But that's not lasting very long. That's really a moment. Because if it lasts, it means that you keep rehearsing and practicing that scenario in your mind, and you don't want to do that. Of course, you don't want to do that, because if you, if you keep on doing that, you're going to keep on having rejection after rejection, right? So you let those feelings through, and then you regroup. So again, either you breathe, you regroup, and you start over, reminding yourself that, hey, yes, it's all up to me. I'm in charge, I'm in control. Whatever happens out there, it's the result of my thoughts. My thoughts attached to my feeling, my beliefs of who I am in this situation. And if you can't do it today because you're too frustrated, then you go to bed thinking about something good, a good feeling. You fall asleep with a good feeling. Remember, I've been talking about that last feeling you bring with you into your sleep. That's what you need, because that's what will impress the subconscious mind. And then tomorrow when you wake up, it's a reset button. You start over, and then you're like, okay, new day, new me. I am going to meditate, I am going to breathe, I'm going to bring all those good feelings within, and then when I'm there, boom, I am going to state my affirmations. I am going to focus on what it is that I want. I'm going to affirm, affirm, affirm. And as I picture myself in this situation, I know that I already am that person. So really watch everything that comes right after you get triggered, that's spiraling down. And what kind of story are you telling yourself? Because most of the time, the stories that you're, coming up in your head are extremely far-fetched and have, nothing to do with what's going on, one, in your 3D reality. Plus, anyways, it doesn't matter, because what your specific person does, thinks, and feel really comes from what you assign in them. So you remember, once you calm, once you are back to being grounded and centered, you may take a pen and paper, or just do it in your mind if you prefer. Some people don't like to write, so whatever it is. And then you write what you want your specific person to think, to feel, and to do regarding the situation that you want to create, meaning the relationship and the two of you, and how your person relates, to you, and who you are yourself in this relationship. Always remember, where do you place yourself in this context? You're not an outsider. You're not the one who is a victim and being rejected. Not anymore, because that's not what we want, right? You are the claimed one. You are claimed. You are chosen. Because you're amazing. Because you're fun. Because you're worth it. And because you're the only thinker in your reality, you're the only one with free will. So you get to decide what everybody else does. It's your movie. They're all actors, and you assign the roles. All right, guys, you remember that, so you practice it. So really, the whole point of this video today is for you to focus on the fact that if everything goes wrong, it's not because you're a victim. It's because you have allowed those crazy scenarios that go against what you desire run loose in your mind. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you next week.